It's a chance to know the current state of your health like never before. Preventative Diagnostic Center puts the power in your hands with their state-of-the-art CT scan. Dr. John Pierce is back on the show. He is from Preventative Diagnostic Center. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm fantastic, and
Excellent.
I'm excited to share with people this opportunity that you're providing to patients to take their health and bring the power into their own hands. You can go out and get your own test and know what's happening specifically with your heart, your lungs, your organs. What are you doing over there?
Well, you know, to what you said, I love the idea we're empowering patients, right? So we do the CT scan. We have a very unique CT scanner. It's the only one in the state. What it does is it actually measures the patient when they get in the machine, so it can give them the lowest effective dose of radiation, so we can now we can get the most accurate images. And with those, we can detect a plethora of different disease states potentially. We can actually evaluate up to 26 organ systems.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now the scanner itself, I know, is one of its kind, again, in the state of Nevada, but it's by the company Siemens.
Siemens, the Somatom Goal. Yep.
And just to dispel any anxiety anyone might have about getting a scan, you're not actually going into a tube, like a tomb-like situation.
It's like a little
donut. More like it's like a donut.
And you're only in there 20 seconds.
Yes, it's very easy. I have done it. I've done the scan the last 2 weeks. I have my results here. We'll talk about those a little later. But first, let's talk about what kind of ailments, what kind of disease, early, stages of diseases that this scanner can detect.
Absolutely, we can, it can look at the thyroid. So we look at the thyroid, we can see any nodules that may be in the thyroid, and if there's any concern there, we'd send you off for further testing. You go a little further down, we look at the lungs, we can see up to 1 millimeter nodules in the lungs. That's almost the size of a grain of rice, right? Go a little further, you have the liver and the gallbladder, so we can see gallstones and fatty liver or cirrhosis of the liver. You move over to the right, we can look at the spleen, make sure that's healthy. We've got the kidneys, we can see kidney stones.
Wow.
We can see issues with the ureters, the bladder, and the GI tract, the aorta. We can see if it's dilated. I mean, you're looking at the whole system, right? And so much better than what lab work can tell you, and lab work has its utility as well, but to put eyes on the organ systems.
Interesting. Of course, with heart, are we focusing on a calcium score?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're getting back?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we can actually look at the potential buildup of plaque using this calcium score in the coronary arteries. And those are the ones that if they get blocked, that's where the heart attack occurs from.
Okay, so I am looking at my test results. By the way, I did not hear from you because there was nothing alarming or to be called attention to on my test. I got 5 pages back though.
Right.
Yep.
You were looking at
and
for
my
your
calcium score was extremely low.
Yeah, extremely low. It's called a big fat whopping 0.
Yay!
Right, so you
I've been doing
have
something right.
no plaques that we can detect in the coronary arteries. So that's one heck of a score, right?
Well, that's great.
So keep
relieved
eating
to
healthy
hear it.
and exercising, you'll keep that low.
Hey,
Don't start smoking.
No, definitely not. I was over at the Bodies exhibit over at the Luxor the other day, and I actually saw, they're focusing on heart health because it's, Heart Health Month here. They're also showing lung cancer. And they had a lot of cross sections of lungs and kind of the damage and what happens to a lung. But would you be able to detect lung cancer?
Absolutely. We'd be able to detect. We won't be able to say it's actually lung cancer, but we'd see some nodules.
Yeah.
And then that kind of pathology shows something to the radiologist, and he goes, we should probably take this and get another scan or a PET scan or something along those lines to take this a step further.
Speaking of the radiologist, so you have Keith is the technician working over there at Preventative Diagnostic. He talks you through everything. It's super easy. Then the scan goes to a radiologist?
Right, Dr. Dean Yarborough. He's been in town, I know, at least for 20 years, because when I was a medical student, he helped to teach me as a medical student. So
experience counts when it comes to medicine.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. You have a special offer today for people.
We do. We're offering a coronary artery calcium score along with the heart scan for $125. Wow. Typically, that's a $599 value, and this is for a couple. So $125 for husband and wife.
Really?
Right? Yep.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to have your scan and then your spouse is kind of wondering, well, they're okay, but I wonder if I'm okay.
Right, and then they get competitive with each other too.
Yes, they do sometimes. Great to have you.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
All right. Take advantage of Preventative Diagnostic Center special and get a better look at your health. They're located on South Tenaya, just north of the 215. Their number, their website, right there on your screen. Preventative Diagnostic Center, proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.